So catastrophic injuries are a form of personal injury. They are just extremely severe, and like the word says, they're completely devastating and catastrophic to a person or their family.
And some other examples that we've worked on would include things like amputations, partial or complete paralysis, severe burns, severe and permanent disfigurement that, the person's never going to look the same no matter how many surgeries they get. Severe traumatic brain injury where, that person's never going to be able to function the same way. Those are the sorts of things that we would generally classify as catastrophic injuries. And in presenting or working on a case that involves a catastrophic injury, because the damages are a lot more severe, as attorneys, we have to work on them in a different way to make sure that all of the elements of damages of how this person's life and, the family's life has been affected by, the catastrophic injury, and make sure that we're able to articulate that and find a way to get legally competent evidence to put on a presentation of that case that includes all of those elements, so that every single part of the damages and the way that someone's life was affected in a catastrophic injury situation is included in the value to try to get that person or that family as much money for their claim as we can.
Right. So, someone who's been injured in a car wreck, they might get back to 90% or even 100% to how they were before the car wreck. Maybe they might have a herniated disc issue. Maybe, it's just soft tissue injuries. But when someone's been catastrophically injured, it might be more than just what are my past medical bills? What are my future medical bills? Will I continue to need treatment for the rest of my life? Will I continue to need an occupational therapist for the rest of my life? Will I not even be able to work? How am I going to provide for my family? All of these come into play when you're talking about damages for a catastrophic wreck or accident or workplace injury. It's more than just what happened in the past and getting compensated for medical bills. It's their entire course of their life has been changed dramatically. And what are they owed, by the party or the company or, that has injured them essentially. And that's what we're looking at in terms of building up a case. Injury situation, essentially, and that's what we have to do as attorneys. We have to turn over every rock. We have to have every piece of evidence. There's also secondary claims that might come into play in relation to a catastrophic injury, such as loss of consortium, that sort of thing, and as attorneys, it's our job to find the evidence and present the evidence all throughout the litigation process, and in some cases, even in trial.
And so if you or a loved one has suffered a catastrophic injury, or you have any questions about catastrophic injuries and the law in Texas and personal injury claims, please feel free to give us a call or reach out to us online. We are happy to speak with you and provide a completely free, completely confidential consultation with an attorney to discuss your situation and answer any questions that you may have.